We are here at the Orange Grove offices during the celebration of the first year of Orange Grove. We are here with Mr. Versteeg, the ambassador of the Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands here in Athens. And we would like to ask Mr. Ambassador to give us briefly the history of Orange Grove. How did it start and how has it grown so far?
Yes. Well, Orange Grove started a year ago now, exactly, because it's the first anniversary. Basically, in the spring of last year, 2013, we got this idea that maybe it would be interesting to do something with youth entrepreneurship in Greece, because you see that there is a lot of talented people, but there are few jobs, many people go away, and we thought, well, maybe as an embassy we can make a little difference there by connecting young entrepreneurs to our network, by establishing links with the startup scene in Holland. We talked with many people about it, and then we basically got very much positive feedback, and they said, well, yeah, try that. So we tried it. We set it up over the summer last year with the help of many friends. And we started 25th of September with 12 startups, and then in two steps we grew. In total we had 40 startups in Orange Grove. 35 are still there. A couple of them have either moved on or some people have found a job and stopped working in their startup. But it's been a very positive experience. A very good crowd of people, and a number of them have really made great progress in that past year.
Can you give us a few examples about companies or startup projects that they have progressed so far during the program, and how the program has helped those companies to progress?
Yes. Well, for instance, we have a little startup that's called Joint Cargo. It's done by a Greek-Dutch young lady, Roxana Cox-Poutsalukas. She is a logistician. She knows all about logistics, and she set up a platform for people that have freight that they want to bring from one place to another, and transport companies, and it's basically a marketplace. And in this year she has refined her business model. She found a couple of partners, and she's really at the point now of really making it work. She even found funding for her company. I think that's a very nice example. Another one is Gigalize. They came here only, I think, in December, but they are three very hard-working guys that set up a site that is basically used to campaign for gigs to come to Athens. Groups that otherwise wouldn't come to Greece to play are being, let's say, seduced to come to Athens because Gigalize finds out that there is a real interest in those groups here. They've made big steps, and they're also now in the process of contacting venture capitalists to really step up their efforts. They have already a lot of following in the internet, and really get it going and scale it up. Well, that's two examples, but there's also in very other sectors. Olive oil is a traditional activity, but in a very innovative new way. Christina Sribaku and her two men are doing this. And they just this week found out that they probably will have another very important client, and well, that's also a nice sort of success. Then we have Felicia. They're over there. They make a device that helps people with disabilities to move more by using sound and light. Very nice product. And it also gets a lot of attention also from US and UK, and they've won a lot of prizes and got a lot of popular acclaim, but they're now also really on their way to make this a successful business.
Can you share any figures about the program in terms of what kind of businesses are being developed here, or what kind of percentage of women do you have in the startups here?
About a quarter of the people here is female. That's of course a bit low. We hope to have more females here, because we think in entrepreneurship women can be just as successful as men, and there is a lot of talent in the market. We have a couple of very good women in Orange Grove. The other figures, well, we have quite a large group of people that do something with agriculture and food. but combined with innovative technologies, internet strategies, etc. So not the traditional agro stuff, but combining a good thing from the past with the possibilities of today. Same goes for tourism. There's also a couple of simply, let's say, app builders, people that make games, but that also, for instance, there's culture play. They combine the fact that there's a lot of history here in Athens with their gaming knowledge, and they make a game about Greece 500 before Christ. I think that's really going to be a success as well. So it's all sort of things. Everybody has an internet strategy, of course, but there's, I think, about 1/3 of the people that make an actual physical product. There's people that build apps. That's another 25% probably. And there's people that basically through their websites are deploying their thing and making their money through the website. So a nice mix of sectors. There's one or two social enterprises, people that want to do something about citizen engagement, the environment. Yeah, very different group.
The Greek startup ecosystem has really grown the last 2 or 3 years, and there are a lot of initiatives when it comes to programs of incubation or acceleration or hosting and developing startups. What is the position of Orange Grow between all these crowded, let's say, ecosystem in Athens?
Yeah, I don't think it's crowded. I think it's crowded if you're inside and you go to all the places, but for many people it doesn't even exist. They don't know about it. So I think it could be larger. There could be many more people that actually become a young entrepreneur. There's so many talented people that are finding a way to make a living, and young entrepreneurship is really an option, but people are not convinced yet. They don't know about it. So I'm happy that there's a lot of things happening at the moment, and the big challenge is together with all the other people in the ecosystem to make it better known to the Greek audience, to young and older Greeks, to people in the rest of Europe, that interesting things are happening in Athens, and really make Athens a good place for startups, so that this is really going to make a difference.
I would argue that the ecosystem is crowded in terms of, or when it comes to programs or acceleration programs, incubators, etc. It is not crowded when it comes to startups themselves. We don't have those many companies. How would you propose, from the experience you have so far this last year, what kind of actions would you propose in order, to foster this kind of culture and bring more people?
Well, I think what is very important is also what you are doing, and what we try to do as Orange Grove as well, and that is to go to as many public events as possible, to create a buzz, to really get this on the front pages, have a couple of success stories that people will know, and make sure that more people that come from university think, well, why not try to become a young entrepreneur? And then you are going to need these incubators and so on, because it helps a lot to be inside the program. And you have to have this snowball that gets rolling. And together, I think we can make that happen. So we try to be as open as possible to collaboration. We try to work a lot with other people in the startup ecosystem, because our common challenge is to make it better known, to attract more people and bring them to the stage that they can actually really start to scale up.
And my last question wouldn't be about the future plans of Orange Grow. What lies ahead for you?
Well, we said from the beginning that for us this is also learning by doing. It is a new activity for us, and we wanted to start as fast as possible because now there is a need. So this year we paid a lot of attention to what can we do better and what more is needed. So we have identified a number of things. We want to create the possibility for the community to stay around. So also when people basically have graduated from Orange Grove, that they can stay part of this community, maybe even also physically by having a couple of offices for somewhat larger companies. We think we can do more about business development. So we hope to find a full-time business development coach that can really, on a daily basis, help people to grow their business and advise them. We think we can have much more substantial boot camps and speakers. We will also step up that. And we hope also to make it more attractive, to make this big step to become a young entrepreneur. We also hope that we can organize a kind of competition within Orange Grove that is related to prizes that give people basically some leeway financially to really work on the startup full time.
Is there any applications call coming up anytime soon?
Yes, definitely. Thanks for asking. The next application round is next month. The deadline I would have to think about, but in the coming weeks people will have to formulate their proposal, and then the selection process will start. So those that are interested, make sure that in a matter of 2-3 weeks you have formulated your proposal. All the information is on the website www.orangegrove.biz, and you're most welcome to come and talk to us and see whether there's a match between Orange Grove and your idea.
Mr. Versteeg, thank you very much for the interview.
You're most welcome. Thank you.